Our next guest has his finger on the pulse of American voters. He's one of the nation's leading pollsters. All eyes turn to his weekly White House report card, which goes all the way back to the Obama administration. It's a great pleasure to have here with us today the great John Zogby, live from New York State. John, thank you so much for your time, and I want to get right into it. You're looking at the numbers, you're looking at the polls. How bad are things really for Joe Biden now?
For Joe Biden, not good at all, pretty bad. He's hovering around 40% approval rating, which, is not among the worst that presidents have ever had. But he's been locked in at around 40% for quite a while, does not seem to be able to get out of it. More importantly, 55, 56%, depending on the polls, specific polls, disapprove of his handling of his job.
Now, we're seeing increasing reports from Democrats, a lot of things in the news, who are really upset and worried by Joe Biden's performance and essentially saying he's not up to it. Is there a chance that he could be tapped on the shoulders for health reasons and asked to step aside even before the end of his term? What do you make of those reports?
I don't take any credence in those reports. I do understand that when presidents get in trouble, that the folks around him begin to scatter and start to make excuses and even begin the blame game. On the other hand, he still has a long ways to go in his presidency, and no matter how close or far anyone is from Joe Biden and the Oval Office, it is not in the Democrats' interest at all to be distancing themselves from him at this point in time, certainly not with congressional elections coming up.
And, John, there are issues out there that the Democrats can capitalize on, like gun control and abortion. Are these going to play in the Democrats' favor come November for the midterms, or is it going to be a Bill Clinton situation where voters are going to say, it's the economy, stupid?
Well, it is the economy, stupid. However, because of the economy, you do see some disaffection among some key Democratic groups, particularly suburban women and young women who voted heavily for Joe Biden, as well as African Americans. You saw some disaffection, but issues like guns, most recently gun violence, and at the same time, that very critical Supreme Court decision on Roe v. Wade may very well cause some greater enthusiasm among these women voters, among these non-white voters, to come out to vote and vote Democrat in November. We're starting to see already in some key United States Senate races, some races that have been close or where the Democrat had actually been behind by a couple of points, the Democrat has taken the lead or tightened up the race. So there is some movement. No predictions yet, but there is some movement here.
So, John, throwing forward to 2024 just quickly, who's it going to be if Joe Biden chooses not to run again? I've seen some numbers you had that suggested that both Michelle Obama and even Hillary Clinton could be popular picks for the Democrats next time around.
Well, they're very popular now, less so if they're going to run for president. Michelle Obama is not interested at all. Hillary Clinton, there were a couple of op-eds promoting her for 2024, but there was no follow-up on it. There's absolutely no enthusiasm whatsoever for Hillary running. Whoever that candidate may be somebody that most of us don't even know today, an obscure governor, a mayor, perhaps, or one of the also-rans in 2016.
Fascinating insights. Thank you so much for your time, John Zogby.